Howdy, and how do you do? And welcome back to some Peglin, the luck-based roguelike, where it's Peggle mixed with a roguelike, making it Peglin. But today we are actually doing a 1 orb challenge, and we're dropping the hammer on this one, proving that this orb has what it takes. And I think wall bounces might contribute to it. And I think, personally, this orb has what it takes. Because it's the Warb Hammer. The Warb Hammer is a dense orb, so it can't really go far, but at least it has... Oh, I only have 1 orb. I should have grabbed... I kind of forgot we only had 1 orb, and that's why if we don't take out the projectile units first, we're going to take some damage. Probably should have thought about that, and we could have grabbed this, what was it, decoy orb in the last... in our first relic, but is what it is. We'll accept it. Go right. Actually, left is better. Yeah, left is better because we can hit that elite. But Warb Hammer, it's a dense ball with overflow, and once you upgrade it, it destroys shields. Not really that helpful going forward. Well, it will be helpful going forward to the second act. Not helpful in the first act or in the third act, but it is helpful. I don't know if navigation inflation was actually the choice there. The reason being is we don't have anything to spend money on necessarily. Well, I guess we can use it at shops to buy even more relics to help us carry on our way. Word Sun. That's usually what I do as a backup. So I usually talk lyrics instead of sing lyrics because I am no singer. I don't have the capabilities to sing. And then once you hit the third one, attacks deal full damage to enemy shields. Okay, yes, full damage to enemy shields. It's okay, but it does get up to a 6-9 damage-wise. Honestly, we don't necessarily need that right now. Yeah, we'll grab it anyway. Now we don't have to worry about it. And we got navigation inflation taken off. It didn't really do too much there, but we'll accept every little bit that it offers. Overflow, if you didn't know, essentially means, so this guy has 60 hit points. So if we do anything more than 60, whatever's excess above 60 will get carried on to the person behind them. That's essentially what that means if you did not know. And dense essentially means like I can't even throw all the way over to these refreshes without going all the way up to arch it. That's essentially what that means. That's what what is it called? Dense means it's heavy. It's kind of like a Bouldorb. If you ever seen the Bouldarbs, Bouldarbs are heavy too. They're essentially just like that. And as you can see, we did carry over a little bit of damage. I am taking out this bat for now. We'll take out you first since we're doing it here. That wasn't enough to carry over. We are losing a lot of health here. And it's probably because of this dense. This dense definitely kind of bites the dust a little bit. But still does decent amount of damage. Do we need... We probably should heal before an elite fight. See how we could have hit all the way to the side without any orb? That's essentially what dense does. It makes it heavier. Look at that. Not enough to one-shot. Oh, it was enough to one-shot the front guy. And you both shot. So every time, no matter what, we are going to be taking damage. Just because we're reloading every time. But, oh, not enough carried over. You didn't give me any damage, and we did enough. Honestly, not bad. We do want to go to the right to hit the shop, and I think I would rather have Wall Chicken. Wall Chicken's a 25 health buff right now, so it's essentially the same thing as buying Echo Chambers, just not that good. Philosopher's Stone is okay, but not game changing. Oh, so much money. 109 now. And now we can buy super boot. Ooh, bad cheese is pretty handy to have. So I think we might go bad cheese, super boots, because then now we're constantly doing damage to them. Question marks I would like to avoid, because question marks could hold the Ouroboros challenge, and it could hold many other things that could really ruin our build a little bit. So it's safer just to avoid them as best we can. Now I know we can't avoid them easily every time, but as best we can, if we can avoid them, we shall. We don't have enough money. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Oh, yes, but we have super boots, so we have a way of healing after the fight. Powder collector. I do fancy powder collector. Why can't you offer me powder collector any other run? Like our Crucible 15 challenges, that would be fun to have powder collector in. Yeah, but you just don't want to give it to me. I should have just thrown it here. Oh my lord. We are not having the best of time here. These throws, if you didn't know, have been terrible. I keep just doing it. Fortunately, our bad cheese is just going to take care of it all for us. And then we'll one-shot you. Bad cheese definitely carried it there. For sure, we do want to go right as best we can. I mean, if you're offering us Power Glove, we're taking some Power Glove. Because if we get the wall in the second act final boss, we're going to need as much damage as we possibly can. We are taking a lot more damage than I necessarily anticipated on. We're not getting that lucky with our hitting these crits. Unfortunate, you're gonna hit us again. I think it's time to start purchasing heals until we get a healing relic. Unfortunate. I thought at throwing it there it would do a little bit more. I guess not. Don't fall down the sides. Beautiful. This is actually a beautiful throw. It takes care of everything in front of us. Well, aside from the little guy in the back. You're still alive. You two are still alive. I think I quote that way too much. But it's because it kind of just offers it to me. I have to grab it. Like, it's low-hanging fruit of a quote. Especially in this game. Decent throw. Decent 130. I'll take a 130. I'll take a 140 for sure. Not bad, honestly. We got very lucky with where our crits have spawned this whole time. I do have to say, we got very lucky there. All orbs get, but board contains one less refresh. We could get soft lock if the refreshes end up in the top corners. I don't think I want to take a chance in losing one of our refreshes until we have another way or another form to refresh. And there's the wall, like what we were afraid of. See, if the refreshes ever end up up here, no possible way we're gonna hit those with the Warp Hammer. That is where the Warp Hammer goes weak, and you can see this guy's holding a shield, 80. That shield has 80 health points, and get this, the shield itself takes half damage to normal orbs. But fortunately, this is a level 3 Warp Hammer, so it's gonna do full damage to that shield. And we're gonna throw down and hit that refresh, if you don't mind, into a crit. Do enough. Yeah, you'll do plenty of damage. Some to grow on top of it. We don't need it. We actually are gonna force the right move because we kind of want to hit this elite fight. Unicorn Horn. I don't know if we necessarily need. Yeah, Unicorn Horn might be a little bit more useful for us for the time being. Because look. Oh, and it's actually accurate, even though this is dense. Oh, yes. Unicorn horn actually is the move. Fun fact. Well, that's not necessarily where I thought you would end up. Thank you for double hitting me. And now you're gone. Another way to heal would be very much appreciated. Please keep us in there. Perfect. With 9 healing, I'll take 9 healing any day of the week. This is a piercing fight, a pierce heavy fight. If you see all these enemies, plus the ones down here, we're gonna lose a lot of health in this fight, I think. Definitely bad cheese is gonna help us though. Oh, that crit is delicious. 420 gets us. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that amount of damage, an amount of work that you just produced. Give us an easy crit. No easy crit, eh? No easy A. So I was watching this YouTube video. I think it was Sunny V actually released the video today. If you ever seen Sunny V, I highly recommend going and watch his. It's very cool, like documentary kind of videos, usually talking about are you growling, Oakley? Usually talking about anything YouTube or streamer or something like along those lines is usually what it is. And so it's always, to me, pretty fun, interesting videos, even though I don't know many of those names. Just hearing their stories is pretty funny, or not funny most of the time. It's pretty unfortunate how everything goes down. We're gonna leave that. We don't need to duplicate our Warhammer. But long story short, he released a video that is about child Disney stars, I think it was. And where are they now? Like the ones that haven't had a good outcome recently. Another refresh is probably a little better for us. Honestly, I think taking this shop with how much money we have is a little bit better. And these are a lot of bomb relics here, but I guess we can afford them. But I watched the one, he talked Drake Bell was one of the ones that it talked about. But the one that I found interesting, the most interesting at least, was Amanda Bynes. Because last I heard about Amanda Bynes, and if you didn't know, she was like a Disney star back whenever I was a kid. There was the Amanda show. Amanda. Is that how the theme song went? I don't remember how the theme song went. But it talked about her, and last I heard she had a big comeback where she was actually well taken care of, well groomed, because she had a little falling out a little bit. Not necessarily falling out, but went off the rails a little bit. But I guess she was having a comeback, and then it kind of went back off the rails. And the picture that he showed of her, she has a face tattoo now, which I don't know if you guys know her or know of her. Not necessarily personally know her. If you personally know her, wish her the best for me, I assume. But it's intense what happened, because he even said there was this time where she was having a comeback, where not necessarily a comeback, but she was clean, well taken care of again. And she posed for some magazine or something, showing that she's back on her feet or something like that. And then now she's got face tattoos and all kinds of different things going on. So what is that noise? Oh my god. Oakley. I can't with her. I cannot with her right now. Yeah, you heard me, didn't you? Didn't you, Miss Oak? I kind of need to hit this crit here, but we also need to hit the refreshes. How are we going to do this? I'm kind of afraid that we're not going to be able to do this here. Imagine the Warhammer, the one that I say could do it, doesn't do it, you have to do 1,000 damage somehow, some way, some shape, some form. Well, that's not quite 1,000 damage now, is it? We didn't make it through the wall, and I think it was mainly RNG. But Warhammer, you gave it a valiant effort. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Go look up Sunny V's video about the Child Stars. It's actually really interesting. And wish the best for Amanda Bynes, I guess. But thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to talking with you all later. Bye-bye.